Thank you, Madam Chair. I have the honor to deliver this statement on behalf of the non-aligned movement. The full version of the statement will be available at the extranet. At the outset, allow me to extend our appreciation to the chairperson of the working group on the effective implementation of Durban Declaration for its representation. The NAM recalls its condemnation of all forms of racism, racial discrimination, xenophobia, and related intolerance, and expressed serious concern on the resurgence of contemporary forms of such abhorrent crimes in various parts of the world, which constitute serious violations of human rights and fundamental freedoms, as well as impede equal opportunities. There is an urgent need to address this scourge with greater resolve and political will in all spheres of life and in all parts of the world, including all those under foreign occupation. The NAM reaffirms the validity of the Durban Declaration and Programme of Action as the instructive document, which constitute a solid foundation for the struggle against racism, racial discrimination, xenophobia, and related intolerance. We call on all member states to fully and effectively implement all the provisions of the Durban Declaration and Programme of Action. We commend the ongoing progress made by some member states at the national, regional, and international levels, focusing on comprehensive follow-up and implementation of these documents. We encourage the Human Rights Council through its Intergovernmental Working Group to finalize the elaboration of contemporary standards to the International Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Racial Discrimination. Madam Chair, pluralism, tolerance, dialogue, and understanding of religious and cultural diversity are essential for peace and harmony. Acts of prejudice, discrimination, stereotyping, as well as racial, religious, and sectarian profiling are affronts to human dignity and equality and should be condemned. The NAM notes the importance of full and effective prohibition of any incitement to national, racial, and or religious hatred that constitutes incitement to discrimination, hostility, or violence. The NAM recognizes the potential to increase the use of new information and communications technologies, including the Internet, especially by national educational institutions, to create educational and awareness-raising networks and programs against racism, racial discrimination, xenophobia, and related intolerance, both in and out of school. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Muchas gracias. Este es el último